You've heard him already in 2 different videos, but I should introduce you guys. This is my little boy, Scotty. Oh my gosh. He low-key kind of hates me, but he's such a good boy. He just got back from the groomers yesterday, so he's real handsome. You hear him a lot in my videos barking because there's a window right by where he sits while I film, and he likes to bark at everything that moves. So now that you've met my boy, my son, today's video, I'm actually just gonna be talking about some of my art because that's how a lot of you guys have known me beforehand. I kind of just wanted to go through my art with you guys and answer some questions that I usually get about them, like whenever I post them on Instagram. If you want to follow my art Instagram, I know like in the last video, I was like, here's my makeup Instagram. I also have an art one, so there's 2. I try to be active on both. I haven't been as active on the art one, but like in terms of like actual work, I'm fairly active. And I might insert some pre-filmed footage that I have of like close-ups of the painting, so if the lighting changes in like those clips, that's because I filmed those like months ago, because I'd planned to do this video like a while ago with natural sunlight, but that didn't happen, so here we are. So we're gonna start with at least the ones behind me since you guys have seen those in my other videos. This one it's a clear on glass, it's just acrylic. It's Ming Hao with some gold on it. I actually broke this frame while making it, so that's why it looks like this, and I just improvised and did all that. A lot of people asked me what the gold was that I use, since it's pretty reflective, and it's just enamel paint for like model cars or whatever. There's that. Oh, it's so dusty. A lot of my paintings are really dusty because they just get hung up on the wall and that's it. So this is one of my favorites actually. I just really enjoy this one. This one, an assignment I did for class. It's actually June. If I can find the reference photo again, I'll put it up somewhere on the screen. This is June during the performance, and the assignment was to just evoke, I think it was like she gave us a list of words and we had to pick one and make a piece about it without actually making it really obvious. So my word was noise, and so I glued a bunch of trash bags and this like paper on there so that it makes noise and agitates Mr. June up there. So the assignment that I had for June, there was an opposite one, and so while that one was noise, the next one, the other word I got was calm. And so I did this one of Selfman asleep in a bunch of clouds. This is actual cotton, so you could touch it and it's very soft. And this one also shimmers. I'm not sure if the lighting's picking it up, but he has a sheen to him. I believe the reference photo was a teaser photo for, I forget which album it was. I know I'm a terrible carrot, but it was for a teaser photo for an album. There's so much dust flying out, I'm gonna lose it. For a while I stopped using fan site photos for my references because, as we all know, fan sites are problematic, especially carrot ones. We all know who we're thinking of. Mint Breeze, Rabbit and Daybreak, Pinky. So I started to use more official photos because a lot of them you could work with them and they will work. It just takes a lot more thinking because I know that the fan sites get these beautiful photos of them in the middle of movement, and but like you can work off of official photos too. Next one up, I don't really want to take him down because it's very big. I'm pretty sure I have footage of it, but it's the one up here on the corner that you guys see. Taemin. It is Taemin from his Door performance, I think at Mama. I don't remember which Mama. Editing me put which Mama it was, but it was when he performed Door and he was tied up. That assignment too was like, it was a color theory class, so I think it was like, here's a bunch of like colors, pick a color, do an emotional piece, and so I did that performance because obviously it was very emotional, and with the lighting and everything it was just blue, so sad stuff. Big theme, a lot of my paintings are sad. Yep. This Vernon piece, it's actually called Tranquility. There's actually a video, my first ever video on this channel was the process of making this painting. So if you guys want to see like exactly from, ooh, there's so much dust. I really need to dust my paintings every now and then. It is a travesty. This painting start to finish, I will link the video either in the description or I'll put it in the cards. So you could definitely see how I made this one. The reference for this one was there, I believe it was teenage concept photos. So written with the flowers. Yeah, I mean, this one, a lot of my more recent paintings, I like to get people to touch them because they're very 3D and you can feel the textures in them. This little Hoshi painting, he was looking very Ronald McDonald in the reference photo. So this is a Hoshi, I think it was a dispatch photo from, was it Teenage 2? Like, I'm like a terrible carrot. From when they filmed Clap. I know what I'm, oh my goodness. Yes, I'm a carrot. Yes, I'm a carrot. Anyways, this is Hoshi. It was something really quick, really pretty messy. It just was Ronald McDonald, and I think I did this in a day, so it's not very big either. There's also actual piercings in it. I tend to like to put 3D objects in my painting. A question I get a lot is which member of 17 I like to paint or draw a lot, and it's definitely Junghan. I draw and paint Junghan so much. Can you believe Vernon's actually my bias? Just Junghan is very artistically inspiring to me, so I draw him so much. So I actually do have some footage of this. I was planning to make another video. Let me know if you guys want a full video of his process, because this before was supposed to be a Monsta X painting. I think it was from All In. I think that was the video where it's like Hyungwon and Minhyuk in the bathtub holding hands. I was gonna paint that, but I didn't end up doing that, and so I just painted this over it. And this painting was actually supposed to be a gift for PD, Former Therapy. We're friends too, and I had made this painting for them, but I never sent it. And then after seeing them again, last time I was in California, I was like, ooh, this painting does not fit your aesthetic. I need to make something else that would fit your aesthetic more. So there's this. I might do a quick little clip here of his process, but he started off purple and then I was like, no. So I made him orange. There's so much dust. All right, next up is actually one of my more, I don't want to say famous because I don't want to like toot my own horn, kiss my own ass, things like that. But it is a painting that got very popular for me, and like on Twitter, it got super popular. Shameless Twitter plug. And that is my eye painting. Actually, it's so big it takes up the entire frame. It was actually a pretty quick painting to do. I think I have some photos. I tried to film it. I tried to film this as my first ever painting video. Did not go over well. So, but yeah, this one is a very special painting to me, not only because it got super popular on Twitter, but this right here is actually confetti from 17's Diamond Edge concert in Dallas that I went to. So it's super sentimental to me. I love this painting a lot. I definitely, you can see the references from Your Name, the movie, if you guys haven't seen that. That was referenced a lot. This painting is very sentimental to me. This painting also glows in the dark. A lot of this giant like explosion portion and a lot of the stars on this side and asteroids, they do glow in the dark. So whenever I go to sleep at night, it just lights up. Since this is also like, this is from Diamond Edge in Dallas, the confetti, I am going to be going to Ode to You, both Texas stops. So I'll be in Dallas and in Houston. So I'm most likely going to get that confetti too and save that and put that in a painting. I'm gonna have to separate which ones are from Dallas and which ones from Houston. So if you guys are going, let me know. I'd love to meet some of you guys, you know. I remember I might do freebies again because I did do freebies at Dallas. I had some pictures from past paintings, prints, and I handed those out to people. But this actually sparked a small series with me. My little personal My Eye series, because My Eye is a very, I don't know, I just really connected with it. With the song, with the video, it inspired me a lot. So I ended up making, I think think it's 2 more pieces based off of my eye. So another long boy piece would be this one. And if you don't really know, or if you can't really piece it, there's like a specific part. I'm not sure if it's in a concert DVD where they performed my eye. If you can't really piece it, there's like a specific part. I'm not sure if it's in a concert DVD where they performed my eye. And there's like a zoom in on June and Minghao's hands while they walked together and connected. So I just really connected to that, and so I decided to make this piece. This is charcoal, which I'm dumb and I don't ever really, what is it called, varnish on my pieces. So if you touch it, it does come off on you. Usually I encourage people to touch my paintings, but this one I would say no. It would rub off on you and make you very dirty. And this one's very small. They're very tiny canvases, but it is a tiny June and a tiny Minghao, and they are connected together, I don't know if you can tell, by a little red string of fate. So this is always fun to hang up because I could have one all the way up here and have one all the way down here, and there's a string, or I could tie a knot in the string, I could tangle the string around, and it shows the meaning, and it also really makes it kind of interesting to see. I do have an affinity for painting tiny things because his face is so little. So yeah, that was my little mini My Eye like series. I'd always planned on doing more, but I did not get around to it. Next up is, I also plan to do a series when 17 was doing their like the groups when they were going into teenage with trauma and change up, things like that, pinwheel. And so this is actually a very small and quick trauma piece that I did. It's the exact seed of Wonu, mimicking an Edward Hopper painting. And if you guys don't know who Edward Hopper is, here's some of his pieces. They were very much inspired by Edward Hopper, like you could tell in that video. So I just did a quick painting of Wonu because I really love the scene and the colors in it. Again, with my tiny people, he's about the size of my thumb. I don't know why I torture myself with painting itty bitty tiny things, but that's just my life, I guess. So on a kind of more serious note about my paintings, I not only use them for like fan art and things that are fun and things that I like, I use them too as like a memorial type thing. So when Jonghyun passed, I did make a painting for him, and every year I plan every year to make a new painting as a memorial type thing for him. So I will show you my 2. I've never posted them online. I think on my Instagram I posted a bit of the first one just as a photo with a bunch of other paintings. I'll talk about them a bit more. My one from last year is not finished. I'm still searching for some framing options for that to add more to it. So the first one was made right, like I immediately started this the day the news broke. So it was a very emotional and tough piece for me to do. I do appreciate it now. It is also very dusty. I am so sorry. This is my first piece, my first Jonghyun piece. It's pretty much just a portrait of him with the, I believe Pearl Aqua is the color, the fandom color in the background, kind of fading into this white, almost like light feeling. He's painted in orange and blue. Don't ask me why I chose these colors because I don't even know myself. I just painted them that way, and then I have a veil over it, which is an actual, it's a physical piece of fabric that is a veil. So that was my first Jonghyun painting. And then the next year, on the anniversary, I did another painting, which is actually for class, and this one is technically not done. It looks a little rushed because I had to finish it for the assignment, but this is the piece. The background, don't mind too much about the background because once I can find a nice frame for it, I do plan on covering all of this with flowers, much like that Vernon Tranquility piece. It's a bunch of flowers that all symbolize various things. So look out for that. Soon enough, I will have a proper frame and all the flowers in place so it'll look more how I intended it to look. And every year, I do plan on doing a new one for him. I think this year, I was going to do a moon, a Pearl Aqua moon, which it seems like, oh, it's been done before, whatever, but I don't know, for me, it's just really for me, these paintings. My big honker, my big Jonghan, he is massive. My tiny head and his giant face. I talked about this painting, or at least making this painting in my Fear reaction and the end of my Alexa reaction. I talked about it. So here he is in all of his glory. He's huge. He's very big. Yeah, he's my first actual oil painting. All the other ones have been acrylic. So he's a giant oil painting. Pretty much it. It's just Jung Han from Fear, but instead of that being lipstick, it's blood. Because I painted it around Halloween time, and I was like, Fear. But it also glows in the dark. His irises, they glow in the dark. So whenever I turn off my lights, it's my eye going off and homeboy's eyes going off. He was actually displayed at school on campus for I think a week or two. One of my Instagram followers is like, hey, I found your painting, and I was like, whoa. That makes it weird. Usually my paintings don't ever get seen in person by other people other than just like my family and very close friends that can actually come to my house because my room is my gallery. But it was crazy for me to actually see someone else see this in person. So wild. I mean, one of my biggest goals, hopefully I can achieve it in 2020, would be to have a gallery show of all my 17 fan art. Like, that's just been a thing because I like taking not just fan art but making it look like real high-class art, you know? But that's not me eating my own ass again, you know? This one, actually, this is a Seungwon piece. My first ever palette knife painting experiment. So no brushes were used in this. It's just a bunch of palette knife. Like just me using the knife and just painting it like that. So it has a lot of texture and definitely you can feel it. These flowers are very 3D. And I actually use cake icing things, like piping bags, and I use that to literally pipe on the flowers. Because there's this artist, which I will link his Instagram here. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. It's like Ivan, last name, I can't pronounce it, but he does these beautiful oil pieces and he will like shove all the paint in like a piping bag and he'll pipe on flowers like it's icing, and it's amazing. I think those are all my finished paintings. I'm just gonna go over maybe like 1 or 2 unfinished paintings and maybe my sketchbook. So like I said earlier about that whole like little mini series following like Trauma, Change Up, things like that. I tried it, I didn't finish it. Clearly, Change Up was really hard to actually do. I couldn't think of anything for Pinwheel, but I did have something for Lili Yabai 13 Months Dance. Don't ask me how I pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the good one. So that was this one, which I really should finish it. I just don't know where to go with it. That's a lot of these paintings. I don't know how to finish them. Because I had thought I would do the same thing like with Seungwon's painting and pipe the flowers on, but it didn't make sense to me. And you know, if I covered it, is this good enough or should I add stuff? So I don't really know. Who knows if this painting will ever get done? But to kiss my own ass, would you look at those hands? Actually I do have another unfinished painting. It's actually in front of me. It's still wet. But I think I'll make a separate video about that because that painting could have some very important stuff happening soon. As in I could be one step closer to getting into a gallery. So I think I'll reserve that painting for a video on its own if you guys are interested in it. One giant thing that I have too much of, and I feel like every artist has way too much of these, sketchbooks. I have way too many. And like none of them are full. None of them are full. Especially now since I'm studying art, like every teacher's like, buy a new sketchbook, get a new sketchbook for this class. And I'm just like, you know how many trees I'm killing because I have not finished one of these damn books because of you. And like, it really hits you. One of my professors right now in my oil class is literally like, yeah, I understand everyone has like a million sketchbooks and it's very hard to keep track of them. But I try to keep everything in one sketchbook. That being said, buy a new sketchbook. Art teachers, you know? This is my current sketchbook for my oil painting class, so there's a lot more sustenance in there because this teacher actually makes us draw on it more. But I will show you some of the early sketches for that Jung Han painting. Oh, actually this was nice. I did a little sketch of Onyu's blue shoot, so that was a really good one. The teacher wanted me to paint that, but no way was I gonna paint all those plants. So this is what my rough like sketches, because all my paintings start off with like a general sketch idea, notes, things like that. So this was the one for Jonghan. There's like the rough thumbnail sketch of Jonghan with a bunch of terrible notes, basically saying how I was gonna do it, what I was gonna do, ideas like that. So that led to him, that led to Jonghan. I can show you the sketch for the painting I'm working on now, actually. So this is for what I'm working on now. And if you couldn't tell, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, and if you follow me on Twitter actually, if you couldn't tell, and if you follow me on Twitter or don't follow me on Twitter, not sure what the sentence structure is there, but this is for Fear. I'll insert a quick work in progress photo. That's what I'm doing now. We'll get to a full one of that later. I don't think I have a full sketch of it. I think I have this rough, very rough sketch. I'll talk more about it in that separate video, the references for that one, because it's interesting, it's interesting. That is my whole, like, I guess art collection right now. If you guys liked today's video and if you want to see more, go ahead, let me know in the comments down below, and also by liking this video. If you want to see more videos from me in general, go ahead and click the subscribe button. I want to thank you guys who actually are subscribed already for your, I guess, support, because from the comments, you guys are super, super nice. Just give or take like the few, but that's a given being on the internet. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!